EA Sports, within the game. That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Lambeau. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position. And Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past him and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down, run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Now Brady on the bootleg. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And here's Rodgers on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Brady to his tight end, Braid, for the Tampa Bay 1st.
9 seed in the NFL, and Cameron Brate just keeps sticking around to make plays like that. Undrafted out of Harvard back in 2014, he has certainly outlasted many other tight ends since that time. He's a quarterback's best friend, and he's more than earned a run as Tampa Bay's starter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the gut, Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Brady. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Steps away. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 43 yards. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 22, Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case,
taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 78 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bucs going to... Timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an...
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So we reach halftime, and
no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go.
We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Crosby on now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Oh, this is blocked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He's going to drop this one down to Bernard.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Fournette, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. On 2nd. Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hey, take 26.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Now Bernard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Giovanni Bernard from 17 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly lose with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Brady to throw.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Levante David in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Rodgers throwing here. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
2 yards a gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But
he's got a man complete. The 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it.
Pretty solid, convincing